Well, that sounds weird.
The
Thank you,
polar
Log.
bear is the largest land-based predator on Earth. Mark Dumas may be the only person in the world who can get this close to one and survive.
Oh my god, they're in love.
Girl, oh, what a good girl you are.
And while Mark might be able to keep up on land, will he be as
That's
successful
so
in the
cute.
water?
As
where
long as it's
polar
not
bears are
sexual.
equally in their element.
I don't know anyone that swims with an adult polar bear. It's one thing to swim with them when they're babies. It's totally different to start.
He looks like
swimming
the
with
kind
them
of
when
guy
they're
that would fuck a
Mark
polar
isn't
bear,
alone
though.
in having such a close bond with bears. And as we explore these
Oh.
complex relationships, we'll discover that living with such powerful animals can be unpredictable,
Fuck, that's cute. Hey, oh. That was still cute.
surprising,
Fuck, they're
Sucking on my
cute.
fingers. She enjoys sucking on my fingers.
occasionally surreal,
Here you go. Yeah, that tongue goes anywhere, doesn't it?
and always charged
Oh, that's
with
a weird thing to
potential
say.
danger.
Is this actually a sexual relationship he has with a polar
I'm gonna
bear?
head to bed, Charlie. I have pilot training tomorrow and it's my final course.
Hey, good luck, Dizzy.
Love you, Charlie, and love you, ChatXO.
Wishing you the best with it, man.
In Abbotsford, Canada, Mark and Dawn Dumas are starting their day, and it's feeding time.
Good morning. So this is Aggie's treat for this morning. She just gets leftover food from whatever we had for dinner.
No, he has a wife. What do you mean cheats on his wife?
That's Greek rice. I'm gonna go in right now with Aggie. I'm gonna
Thanks
give
for the
her
resub,
treats,
Edgy.
and then I clean her cage. And this is our quiet time together.
And the
where,
gift sub again, Walker.
We just
Thank you,
kind of
man.
hang out, and it's always to find out what kind of mood she's in this day and how we progress.
God, bears are adorable.
Hi.
What the fuck?
She's gonna go over and check everyone out.
This is Aggie, a fully grown 16-year-old polar bear.
Holy shit, how old do polar bears live till?
The couple have raised Aggie since she was a tiny cub. And because of this lifelong bond, Mark can get closer to a polar bear than anyone else in the world.
This is wholesome.
Oh, I got to get ready. Get ready, Rob.
20 to
Now I'm
30
gonna
years?
see if I can
Nice.
Flush off with not her getting too upset about some of her old hair. Part of the contact is this way you get to find out that she has nothing growing on her and that her weight's good. In fact, she's a
It's
little
so
on the
nice
heavy
that
side.
someone's
As you might
domesticated a polar
expect,
bear.
given the number of years they've been together, Mark's
Thanks for the tier
day-to-day
1,
relationship
Isuma
with the
Oni.
bear is complicated.
Well, I'm
Oh, congratulations, traumatized.
her companion, her disciplinarian, her trainer. I think sometimes she thinks she's my mistress.
Oh,
She gets very jealous of me when I'm talking with other people.
oh, this is
If I
getting
go
weird
away
now.
for
Oh,
any length of time when I come back, she's the jealous girl. She'll come over.
Well, it
say
started
hello,
out
and
cute.
Walk away and blow me off.
He'll
But
cry
today
if
at
he
least,
fucks the
Aggie
bears.
seems pretty
Also,
affectionate.
there is information that there is a
in
beta
the
in
mood
work for a
for a bit
Resident
of
Evil
rough and
sequel
tumble.
after 7.
that's exciting. Not the fucking bears part, but the new
I'm gonna
Resident
switch it
Evil.
up
Another
already.
gift
I'm
sub.
gonna
Thank you,
switch it
Wonker. Bears are just like giant dogs.
Yeah, go. All right, we're gonna go rest now.
Mark's neighbours seem to take having a polar bear next door in their stride.
Every morning.
If I had a
at
polar bear
7:30
live
in
next
the
to me, I'd be
morning,
fucking
me and my
elated.
wife sit there and watch
I'm
Eddie
scared if it
to
hops
be
the
able to
fence,
sit
but
back
until
on the
that day,
porch
I'd
with a
love
cup of
that
tea
shit.
And watch a polar bear in your backyard, and it's the most amazing thing, and I love it.
Mark trains animals that appear in the movies and on television.
Really?
And it was through work that he first came to get Aggie.
In 1994, Fraser Heston, director, producer, and son of Charlton Heston, came to us
Oh,
to locate a polar bear cub for a movie he wanted to do. He called all over the world and found a pregnant
Charlie,
female at a
my
zoo
BF and I love
in
watching you.
Sweden, the
Have you
Carmarthen
watched
Zoo.
BattleBots?
And we
thanks,
purchased
Atomic
her and
Blonde.
raised her.
Yeah, we watched a lot of BattleBots a couple
First 3
streams
months
back.
that we had her, she lived
few
in our
weeks ago.
basement. She used to like to get behind the washer and the washer and dryer and sleep back there. She's not really domesticated. She's still a wild animal. We just spent a tremendous amount of time with her, with raising her and bottle feeding her.
That sounds like
and took her side of her
domestication.
head and understood her and worked it that way.
Aggie is now far too big for a bottle and has quite an appetite.
So we feed
Eats
him
around
local
12
children.
to 15 pounds a day in her normal diet. But when she's working, she can consume a lot more than that. She's an omnivore, even though she's basically eats in the wild. They
Thanks
eat
to the
just
prime
meat.
salty.
They'll graze in the summer. She only eats seal, and I can't give her seal. I mean, first of all, people would be very objectionable. It's a hard source of meat to get.
Nah, not if you're not a
So
pussy. You got to
she's
know the right
adapted.
guy. Well, you don't have a
Favorite
seal
food
dealer?
is, I'd say, salmon.
bitch.
She loves pastas. She does like pizza. She really does. She likes her donuts, and so she doesn't really have one favorite food, but her all-time working food is salmon.
And food also plays an important part in her training.
You don't really use food as the cue. You give her.
God, like
command
looking
or
at a polar
ask her
bear
to
and
do
just a
behavior,
general bear,
and then
they
you
don't
reward her with
seem
food.
like they're that
Stay.
strong. Well, that's
You
kind
always
of
wanna make it a
intimidating.
very
I'm immediately
positive
wrong.
experience,
That
and you
seems
want
kind
her
of
to
scary.
enjoy it.
Good
Yeah, fair enough.
girl.
Never
Oh,
mind.
what a
I take it
good
back.
girl you are. Yes.
I guess I've
If
never
you
seen
have
one
an
on two
animal
legs.
that doesn't want to be there,
Good.
you can see the fact that it doesn't want to be there.
Good girl. What a good.
And also
stride.
you have a chance of having an accident happen. She enjoys working. She enjoys going to a set and actually doing things. She has fun doing it.
Smile, big.
But I will stand by it that
Despite
their teeth
Aggie's
look like
willingness to respond
baby
to
teeth.
Mark's
They look like
commands,
pussies.
He's always aware.
Well,
that
they don't
she
look
is a
like
wild
pussies,
animal
like
who
vaginas. I
might
mean, like they
change her
look
mind
like
at
pussy
any time.
teeth.
When we're
Like, they're
looking
not
at her
intimidating
moves,
teeth.
we
They're not like
look
a
at her
shark's
body
tooth or
posture,
something.
How relaxed her body is. But the most important thing for her is her eye. That is the key thing. Her eye will go bad first.
His wife hasn't said a
before her
word.
body starts to react, and it's really hard to read a bear's eyes. You just have to have years of experience. of
His
being
wife
around
looks
them to understand
lobotomized.
it. I didn't touch you, and you jerk.
It seems that Aggie has decided that training is over for the day.
Oh, fuck you too, Aggie.
If one bear seems quite a handful, over in Florida, this family have 13 in their backyard.
Jesus. God, they're cute.
Here comes
There's
trouble.
the Prime manual. Okay, well that's kind of cheating. It's not like just a family, it's a whole
For
little
almost
group.
a century, the Weldy family have owned, trained, and worked with bears.
My grandfather started in 1926 in Norway. He came to this country in the 40s. and
Yeah,
then
it looks like a
in
happy
the
bear.
late 50s
I want
and
to
60s,
see
did
her
a lot
eat
of TV
powdered
shows and
donuts and
movies.
getting that
A
powder
talent
shit
scout
all
saw
on her nose.
me leading
Would
this
be
bear
cute as
around at
fuck.
3 years old.
They use their
and he said,
claws
well, if
more
that,
than teeth.
that bear can work with a little boy like that, then
Huh?
he
I
can
didn't know
work in
that,
Hollywood.
Justin. But it would be cute.
I see them more like family. I mean, I was raised with the bears in a way.
See, these bears look happy,
My
not like the
husband and I
one
been
stuck in a
married
muzzle.
33 years, and the bears were part of the package. So I don't know who I fell in love with first, the bears or my husband.
How could you not fall in love with them? Look at that nice beer gut.
We do everything we can to make them happy and give them a proper home.
And Johnny and Monica's son, Johnny Weldy IV, is following in his parents' footsteps.
These guys are my family. I don't know how else to put
He's
it.
a good-looking dude.
I
He
interact
trains
with them every
bears.
day. We
This
play
man can
together.
get any vagina
Feed
in the
'em,
world.
clean 'em, bathe
Even if
'em,
they don't like him from looks,
brush
be like,
'em.
well, did you know?
do everything
I
with
can
these guys.
Talk
Their
to bears.
13 brown bears range in age from 3 to 21 years old and are from 3 subspecies:
Another gift sub. Thank
European,
you, Walker.
Syrian, and North American, also known as the grizzly bear.
These are still wild animals, yet we respect them for that. We build a relationship with our bears based on mutual love and respect. They know if you have any fear, they can sense that. These are extremely intelligent.
Hats off to the camera
but
team, who's
powerful
definitely
animals.
afraid and not
The
getting
bears
mauled.
demonstrate this intelligence and power in the shows they perform for visitors at the Weldy's Paradise Ranch.
And a sloppy kiss for the trainer. Oh, good job. Isn't he gorgeous?
One bear likes to do one behavior, one likes to do another. When they're small
Holy
and
fuck.
young, my husband plays with them and feels them out to see what they like to do and develops their personalities, because all bears are different like people. So it's all based on what they
This
like
is
to
how
do,
my
'cause
parents
that's very
trained, yeah.
important.
I remember when my dad got the leash and said, son, stand on this ball and I'll give you one candy bar.
The Weldies
Oh,
have
the
faced
Slam and
criticism
Jam!
over the years, but are proud of
Bang!
the way they treat their bears.
We do
Sign
not
him.
believe that it's cruel to keep these animals in captivity. I know 13 bears up. won't
Another
be
gift
somebody's
sub. Jesus,
rug.
Walker. Thank you, man.
Big round of applause. Good boy.
Every job
God,
we do
bears
with them,
really
the
are
money
smart.
goes to them to make their habitat better.
Are we sure these are even
to
real
build
bears?
our
It could just be
facility
more of the
bigger and
Weld
better for
family
them.
members in disguise.
Their wild counterparts don't have it too easy. Unfortunately, all species of bears are threatened and endangered. I like to bring awareness to people about that. Hopefully we can use our facility as an educational facility. Awareness is education.
While these bears are happy around this family,
He almost died on
stay
that one.
advised when
Gay,
dealing with the
straight or
animals in the
taken?
wild.
Contestant
Bears
goes
can
on
be
a group
dangerous
date
animals.
with three,
The
then must
relationship we
figure
have with our
out who
bears
is
is something that's
single and
built up over
straight.
years. Of
I've
living
not heard
with
of that
them,
one, Zip. That is a new one.
365, 24/7. They thrive on the contact and the interaction every day.
And some of that interaction is not what you might expect.
She's sucking on my fingers.
Sounds like a
Sucking
fucking
on my
TIE
fingers.
fighter in Star Wars. What was that?
Here comes Andy. You want to suckle too? If I didn't know better, I would be intimidated because they could take your finger off any second, you know? I know which bears to do it with.
He's
and which
doing
ones
good
not
sound
to.
effects. A little
They have a
weird.
very soft tongue like a dog. We want them
If
to
you
enjoy
want
their
some
life as
content,
much as
I
we
made a
enjoy
shitty
ours.
game that's free.
That's why we do what
Here
we
is
do
the
with
trailer.
Send it to
We
me
got
in an
happy
email. I
bears
don't
right
click
here.
the links, Epic Gamer. But
We want
appreciate it,
happy
man.
bears.
Thanks for the tier 1 new pair of shorts. Has any of you ever been to Miaka,
Back in
Florida?
Abbotsford, Canada,
I've been there.
Mark and Dawn
There's
Dumas
nothing
might
except
not
for
have
bears, I guess.
13 bears to look after. But as well as Aggie the polar bear, they do have a new young animal actor in training called Billy.
Good
Good boy. We got Billy when he was 6 months old, and he was a nice socialized bear already. So it was really fun to have him.
I'd like
around
to
and
hang
stuff.
out with a socialized trained bear.
Slobber, slobber,
I'm gonna
slobber.
quick this gift
Actually,
so
I
be
was
trained
born in
by saying
Ontario
that my
at
name is pronounced
Northwood Animal
Ixwonka.
Conservatory, which
Love
is a
your
private
stuff,
zoo.
man. Keep
Billy
it
is
up.
a year and 4 month old
X-Wonker.
grizzly bear.
Okay, thank you, man.
And
Appreciate
he weighs
it.
right now around 250 to 300 pounds. And when he stands up to my shoulder, which is just not quite 5 feet, about 4'8", 4'9".
Oh, so the bear's a little short dude.
I got him.
Oh,
I got him in the waist. Billy usually wakes up when the sun comes
I'm-
up. So
I'm
anywhere
sniffing his
from 5 to
ass.
6. But I let him out of his cage and let him play and give him his breakfast at around 7 in the morning. And then after he's eaten and I've done other chores, I come back.
Oh, he's got the
Like
zoomies.
15-minute training intervals because his mind is young and he won't absorb it. So you do short intervals and he works much better that way. We don't do it in hours, and hours unless you're just hanging out and playing with him. Here, Billy. Good boy.
Part
I
of
love
Billy's
animals.
daily routine is being taught the skills that he'll need to succeed on the big screen.
On your side. On your side. Good side. Oh, did you see? Oh, what a
I
good
fucking love
bear.
animals.
What a good boy. Yeah.
He's taking to some things better than others.
Come on. Let's go. Come on, Bill.
Does he not like cars? He'd prefer to drive.
And being so young, it's not unusual for him to throw the occasional temper tantrum.
That's good. Billy, come.
And Mark has to know when enough's enough.
You. All right, forget it. I'll walk away from you. Yeah. I'm going to walk away.
You don't want to piss off Billy.
Let's go. Come on, Billy.
For Billy to be able to work around film crews, he needs to get used to the sights and sounds of everyday modern life.
No way.
So today, they're taking him out for a drink.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Bill, let's go. Here. Good boy.
Paid actors.
It's important for Billy to come out and explore new places. So what we did is came to the Rendezvous Pub in Langley, brought him in, and he gets to sniff around.
How is
and
it
see all these
possible? I have
things.
no
He gets to
idea,
see
man.
Everything's different. Come on, come on. Most people are in awe when they see the bear. They haven't ever seen a grizzly close up and walking down the street or coming into a pub. Some people are afraid, but they're
Yeah.
people that are afraid of animals to begin with.
Well, no, I mean bears is kind
When
of an
I saw
exception.
Billy walk in, I was like, "Oh my goodness, what is he gonna drink first?" And
And then I saw Billy throw back 5 tequila sours, and I was like, you know what? They're not so different from us after all.
The patrons that come in here.
Here, Billy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, wait, how old is Billy?
Here you go.
ID
A
him.
little licky though, little kissing, a little bit too much leg for some of the girls, but otherwise he was awesome.
Good boy.
I don't know if beer's the most nutritionally beneficial thing to a bear, but what do I know?
Thank you very much.
That tongue goes anywhere, doesn't it?
That's a weird thing to say still.
Well, when he first came in, I didn't feel any fear. I was a little bit uneasy, but not fearful. I think he was going to do his own thing, mind his own business. He ended up giving me a couple licks, which is fine.
But being a bear and a minor, Billy's drinks are strictly non-alcoholic.
Ah, okay.
Because we don't want a drunk bear.
They're giving him juice.
Yeah, quite entertaining.
I'd be fucking terrified. I love the look of bears, but fuck me, if the bear was sitting next to me, I'd be frozen.
After drinks, it's through to the games room.
I really enjoy taking Billy to new places and just having him out and about and watching him learn and soak things in. You know,
He's just
it takes
leaning
him a
over the
little
pool
while to
table
get used to
playing
things.
pool. He's got like $20 bill slapped next to him.
Here, Billy.
Oh my god, he is. More or less.
Good boy. Oh, what a nice shot, Tom. Good boy, Billy.
Number 7, let's put you in the corner pocket there. Oh, Mo.
With his thirst and his curiosity satisfied, it's time for this grizzly to hit the road again.
Billy, let's go.
I'm tired of non-alcoholic. I want the Patron.
Another man who knows all about looking after wild animals of all ages.
Thanks to
is
the
Carl
resub,
Bovo.
Lakos.
He owns and runs Single Vision, a non-profit animal sanctuary which is
Yeah.
based in his back
Good point,
garden
Lakos.
in
Billy
Melrose,
loves
Florida.
warm rain. What about you?
The
If
youngest
Billy
of
loves
his
it, I love it.
charges are his
I'll
two
come around
bears,
on that behalf.
Honey Bear and Bruiser Bear.
One of them is a Florida black bear, the other one is a Syrian brown bear. I've had them for
What's up, Carl?
about 4 months now. I got them when they were 8 weeks old. Bottle fed first thing in the morning, so
Thanks
each
for the
bear will
prime
take,
game head.
about 6 or 7 bottles right after another. Oh, it's bottle time. They're 4 months
It's good to
old.
see you double dry.
They're still on a formula. This is a formula specifically designed for them that's 50% fat, 30% protein. Hasn't been inexpensive feeding these bears. In the 4 months, I've gone through over $1,400 worth of formula.
That's a lot of formula.
But it's what makes them grow up so fast and stay healthy.
If I drink that,
They
will
are
I get
starting
big
on
like a
diet
bear,
of
Carl?
Fruits and vegetables and things
Can
like
you
that.
share the
Still
Krabby Patty
love
secret
their
formula?
bottle. And we actually like to keep them on the bottle as long as we can because this really enforces the bond that we're building with them throughout their lifetime. We're like mama. Hey, honey bear. Oh, what's that? They go through the bottles quick. People think it's fun
God
to feed
damn,
baby bears.
the gluttony.
It's not that easy. You take some scratches. Once he's
You
done
don't
with the
say.
bottle, just give him my arm. He just likes to suckle. Oh, what? Hey, say hi. He lives up to his name.
Oh, slow-mo.
This is the Bruiser Bear.
But it's not just 2 small bears on bottles that Carl has to feed. Every day he also has to attend to his
Oh!
6 tigers and 2 lions. As well as a
That'd be
source of
such a like a
cougars,
rewarding job.
bobcats,
I'd never
and
do it
alligators.
because I'd definitely fuck
I love
up.
getting up early in the morning and
But
working all
man,
day
when you
and
build that
working late
bond,
into the
just
night.
being the
If I'm
guy that
sick,
can
I
say,
don't
yeah,
feel good,
I
doesn't
was just
matter.
hanging out with
These
my
animals,
pet
they
bear
still
and
need to be
lion.
cared for.
Sorry, I'm a little late.
Nice chicken, beef, and pork rib dinner.
And his commitment to looking after all of these creatures comes from a desire to educate and inspire others.
What's up, big lion? My goal now is to have as many visitors come out here as we can. I feel that if we have one guest that comes out here, gets a passion for these animals, and goes out and becomes a conservationist, you know, I think we've done our job.
Fair enough, Carl.
I fell all seat before I can watch you finish visage the other
With all
night.
of the animals
Did you
fed,
pussy out
it's
or did
time
you
for
complete
Carl and the
it?
2
Completed
bear
it.
cubs to
We
cool
finished
off.
it.
And while Honey Bear
It was a
has
fucking
drink
commitment,
from
but we
the
got it
bottle,
done.
Bruiser joins Carl
God, that took a
for
while.
a refreshing swim.
There's my good boy.
Imagine someone robbing your house and
Honey
they go
Bear
in
is
your
next to try
backyard
the
and see
pool,
this shit
but
lamau.
doesn't seem as keen as Bruiser.
Yeah.
And Honey
That'd be
Bear
quite the
blocking
wake-up, I'd
stairs
say.
is no obstacle to Bruiser getting back in. And this time, Bruiser isn't just swimming. He's also trying a spot of surfing.
I'd rather feed a wild bear than a tame tiger. What about you, Mr. Charlie?
I think tigers are cute and stuff, but not even on the same level as bears. Bears are just so unbelievably cute. Look at that. Did you see Bruiser? Oh my god, this is so fucking cute. Thanks for the Prime holiday.
While it's one thing swimming with a baby bear,
which type of bear is
back in
cutest?
Abbotsford, Mark Dumas is preparing to venture into his pool with something much bigger.
Probably whatever kind of bear Bruiser was. I think it was a Syrian brown bear or something.
It's challenging because you always have to be aware of the fact that she's a polar bear and this is her element. And I'm a human and it's not really my element. I don't know anyone that swims with a polar bear, an adult polar bear. It's one thing to swim with them when they're babies, totally different to start swimming with them when they're adults.
Mark has been swimming with Aggie for 16 years, but is still understandably cautious about being in the pool with a bear that is 4 times his weight.
Polar bears in the wild are different because they're
it reminds me of
solitary
that shit with Ash and a
would
Machoke.
Have babies that she would teach to swim and would swim with them until she sends them away when they're 2 years old or 1 3/4 years. Aggie wouldn't in the wild be swimming with a male polar bear.
Because Mark introduced Aggie to the water when she was a cub and taught her to swim, he enjoys the unique privilege of being the only man in the world who can swim safely with an adult polar bear.
What a cool title to have. Well, clearly he's not the only man in the world. The camera guy was in there hard.
She would probably
Or maybe he just dipped the camera in, maybe. I don't know.
To the point
I'll
that
believe
they'd
that the
either be
cameraman's
visiting
the real
hospital
mastermind.
Or they'd be visiting the morgue. Aggie could accidentally drown me. They can hold her breath like 5 minutes. And I can't do that.
Oh, that'd be so sad. Imagine how sad Aggie would be.
We're here together.
That's so adorable. Oh my god.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not pulling me. I'm busy.
Aggie likes swimming with Mark so much that the hardest thing is keeping her in a good mood when the session is over. After all, polar bears can swim for up to 100 miles without resting.
I don't
So
believe
while
that.
Mark
100 miles? That's
Aggie
like
is just getting started.
5 football fields. There's no way.
To end things on a positive
That's
note,
impossible.
While Mark prepares to leave, Dawn distracts Aggie with some food.
Oh, Aggie already knows.
Working with any wild animal, there's a certain degree of risk. I don't find there's any danger for me. I mean, I might get something like when she steps on my leg or she steps on my knee and all of a sudden I'm in tremendous pain or my back is tweaked.
I really don't think his
Or
wife
in the
likes this
snow
at
when
all.
gets real
She hasn't
frisky,
said a single
you can
word the
catch a
entire
claw
time.
in the face, you end up bleeding from it.
But she just
But
really
in
likes
terms of
this guy.
danger for myself, I don't feel there's a lot of danger. But then again, I do my homework, so I'm aware of what's happening. But for the normal person, I wouldn't suggest they go out and try to spend time with a polar bear.
Thanks for
She's
the
like one of
resub,
my
plebeian.
children. I enjoy her. I love her dearly. You know, I care about her well-being and mentally and physically.